Hello again, I am Jim Bob. Welcome back to Mudrunner, a Spintires game on PS4. And today we're doing a little bit of multiplayer stuff. So I've got my buddy Adam with me. He's actually hosting this multiplayer. And Adam knows a lot more about this game than I do because he's played this before on PC. So I'm going to hand over to you, Adam, if you want to explain how we get started on this.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So the main thing when you're looking at multiplayer or single player for that matter, to get started is points. 7 balance points in each of the issued. A specific number of balance points. This is kind of the default setup that they give you, the more difficult of the map, the more balance points you have, and more vehicles that you get to use. Other than that, I'm pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, I'm good. Let me just there we go. We're about to start. And there's plenty of vehicles that we can unlock on the map as well, aren't there? Just kind of tucked around in different places.
Okay, so I mean, looking at the map is the first thing that I think that we can. Obviously, the objective is to logs to the lumber mill. And,
yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of trucks already on the map.
There's a couple of different log stations, but there's only one lumber mill, isn't there? So we could both go at this in different ways. We only need to deliver 8 logs. So I'm going to go with... we're going to unlock the garage at the top, first of all. I mean, it kind of makes sense to, seeing as there's a fuel support up there as well.
Yeah, and I think that's the main reason. We're going to need fuel and a fuel truck. So if we want a direction, and then go from...
All right, okay. Well, how do you want to do this then? Do you want us to both just carry garage parts as a thing, or if you want, I can actually set this up as a fuel truck. Which truck am I in? I'm in the C375. So is that better, do you think, as a lumber truck over a fuel truck?
Better as a lumber truck, but it would. It's probably if we're gonna use one truck to carry 4 garage points, we want the bigger one to pull the trailer.
All right, okay.
So the B131 in terms of fuel truck starting off here.
Okay, so if you want to set yours up as a fuel truck, then I'll set mine up to run garage parts and pull a trailer as well. There we go. I'm also going to take a spare wheel, just in case I do some damage on the way. So I'm pretty much good to go. How about you?
Yeah, I'm just putting a spare wheel on this as well. So.
All right. I'll let you go ahead because I think with these narrow railway car wheels on this trailer, I might potentially create some pretty rough ruts for you.
Okay.
So one thing that we have noticed, because we have actually had a quick sort of test play, is that even though I've got a really bad ping, as you can see, I've got a bad connection. The great thing is it doesn't affect gameplay. It affects how Adam appears to me on the map, and it affects how I appear to him on the map. So we both look a little bit rough and a little bit jerky to each other, but it doesn't affect our own connection. So whereas if I was playing Farming Simulator and I joined Adam and I had a bad ping, he would be absolutely fine because it'd be his game, and I would be lagging like crazy. It'd be almost impossible for me to do anything. In this, I've joined his game, I've got a bad ping, but I'm absolutely fine in terms of how I move around on the map, how I interact with the vehicle. No lag for me whatsoever. The only lag I see is Adam's truck jerks a little bit instead of driving smoothly. That's it. And I think that's wonderful, and Giants really should pay close attention to that and could learn a lesson, I think, from the way the interactive you know, the multiplayer seems to work on this. It's much smoother experience. Yeah, we can have a crap connection like this, and we can still both play absolutely fine. It doesn't handicap one of us, you know, really badly because of a poor connection. Just going to switch to first person, I think, following you around here. I've had a bit of an explore on this map, and I do actually quite like it, but I have got stuck in the middle area a couple of times. I've had to really crawl my way through some of that ground. It's so soft in those larger areas. We'll see some of that popping up as we unlock some of these watch points, I think. And one thing I do want to
first look at some water here.
Yeah, I say I love the water effects in this game. They are absolutely incredible. The way the water just moves as you drive through it, and it interacts with your wheels, it's a joy to watch. It really is a thing of beauty. I haven't seen water effects on a game look as good as this on any game I've ever played before. And there are some really nice games out there that have really good water effects, but in terms of how realistic they look when you move through them, this just by far and away, hands down, blows everything else I've seen out of the water, so to speak, if you pardon the pun.
It's just a fantastic first-person driving experience, really.
Oh yeah. It's so smooth as well.
But it looks great.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have been asking me over the last few hours whether this game is 30 frames or 60 frames. It's 60 frames on the PC, but here on consoles it's locked to 30. But I don't think the game suffers for it at all. I mean, it runs really nice. It looks really good. You know, I don't think the fact that it's locked to 30 is an issue at all. What about you? Have you got any thoughts on that?
No, I mean, I've played it on PC on a little bit of a lower spec machine, but I mean, it looks very similar. I mean, they did a really good job of optimizing at 30 frames, and it looks really nice. This area right here we're about to go through could be some trouble.
Well, I've had, on my sort of single player experience, I've been through this pretty easily, so I should be fine. But I appreciate the heads up. Once you've been through it a few times, though, it does get a bit rough because those ruts do get quite deep.
Yeah,
my back wheel's really kind of half buried.
The physics are really good with the trailer. The trailer makes it a lot more difficult.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I think it varies as well depending on the trailer. You know, like I said, this one, it's got very thin, narrow wheels. I'm just watching this water effect on the wheels. It's just brilliant, and splashing up on the side of the vehicle as well. You can see how, you know, the vehicle and the trailer behind me, in places, you know, when it gets wet, will change shade, but with a realistic kind of splash effect, rather than just a
and the sound
up on two wheels then. Rather than just a sort of a kind of thing that goes there and then fades off really quickly. You know, it just looks really good.
And the sound's fantastic too.
Yes, I love sort of the engine noises. When they fire up, they sound incredible. Where are we going? You're taking us to the lumber mill.
Oh,
we're going the wrong way.
I didn't see a road the other direction.
Yeah, we're going the wrong way. We need to turn around.
Oh, wait a minute. What's this right here? Let's try this. There's a road right here to the right, or I use the word road loosely.
Yeah.
Term road loosely.
Yeah. When we kind of followed it off, we followed the river, and we needed to sort of hang a right on the dirt path, because it is pretty much a straight-ish but if a little wobbly, but straight all the way up the side of that right-hand side of the map to the garage.
You think we should try to turn around or make our own road here?
See if we can make our way through, but if not, then we may have to create a road. I'm more concerned about the trailer than anything else. I mean, the truck I'm not worried about, but it's the trailer that could cause issues. That looks a little deep.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay on the side. Seems to be fine along the edge.
Yeah, can we get through there, or are those trees a bit too thick?
Yeah, it looks pretty thick. I was hoping that it'd maybe come out on another path or something down here, but this would be nice. We were talking about before if you could get out.
Yeah, kind of scout the area ahead.
We can try it, but I mean, it looks like it opens up here a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, some of these trees you'll be able to just kind of push your way through anyway. You know, if you take it at the right speed and don't ram into them at full speed, you won't do any damage to yourself.
Oh, we're back on a path, and we're hitting a
there we go.
Point here.
Yeah, this is what confused me, because we were drifting away and I hadn't seen that waypoint. There we go, or the watch point, sorry. That's why I was getting a little confused as to where we were on the map.
We were just showcasing the map.
Nice cover. I almost believe it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just look at the way the water's rippling there as I'm driving into it. That's just, it's incredible. And you were talking about sound earlier. Obviously, I said how much I love the engine sounds. But yeah, some of the other sounds as well. I mean, the noise as you move through the water is great. If you're using the winch, not only do you hear the winch motor, but you can also hear the cable creaking as well when you tense it up. It's really well thought out with the sound effects. They do sound absolutely spot on. Alright, so coming up, I think, just in front of you actually is a very thin rickety bridge. So you'll need to be wary of that.
Okay. There's some pretty decent ruts there.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw you were kind of struggling a little bit through there. I'm making my way through now. I do like as well the option that you can put it into a crawler gear just to give you a little bit more traction. Right, so here's the bridge. Spin the camera around so I can get lined up and not drive off the edge. There we go, over that nicely. Getting used to the camera system a bit more now that I've had a chance to really play about with the game.
Yeah, it's, I think that's been the main complaint about this game, even on PC, has been the camera. But once you get used to it, I mean, once you start utilizing the left arrow, can get you back to get you back to, like a reset point of the camera.
Yeah.
Because if you're free moving, the camera can get you into some trouble.
Yes, I have, confused myself a little bit sometimes as to trying to figure out the camera. But I like it. I mean, it is something that definitely takes getting used to. Because you just have this muscle memory of how a camera should act. I'll let you tag that. I'm going to go straight on to the garage, which is just in front of us.
Okay.
So normally, yeah, you turn the camera and you expect it to just be a perfect circle around the item that you're focused on, but this doesn't do that. It completely breaks with the standard camera convention, and it's a little unsettling at times. But once you're used to it, I think it's absolutely fine.
Yeah, I mean, because you need some of that freedom, especially when you're stuck.
Yes. Or you've got a really difficult area to traverse. It gives you a chance to really see how you're interacting with the ground, or where you can drive and where you can't drive. So the fuel point is literally just to my left through those trees. If you want to go and fill her up, I'm going to fit a log carrier.
And the only other thing that we may need is a utility truck to repair our vehicles if necessary, but...
I think we'll be alright, as long as we're careful. I mean, I've got a spare tyre with me which can fix like 120 odd points of damage, so as long as I don't make any stupid mistakes, I should be absolutely fine if I take a little bit of damage. Are you backing up? I was just going to come in and refill there as well.
Okay. I don't know if this goes... Yeah, it looks like it goes around, huh?
Yeah. I've kind of sussed out the route. There is another couple of watchtowers as well. If you want to make your way over to those.
Yeah, looks like there is a road here I can take to the right.
Yeah,
is that where we're going? I don't know.
No, you wanna turn down to the right, yeah, because we want to head that way. Down here.
Through that water, though?
Yeah, trust me, we'll be alright. Well, at least I've taken this one through and I've been fine before, so... Oops. Didn't turn that quite well. It's not that deep, so we should be fine.
I didn't know if how deep the water was. The red marks on the map are new. If you go to the map, there's red marks in the water. I didn't know if that was meant depth or what.
I don't know, because they just seem to... Well, yeah, I suppose possibly, but it's so hard to actually see. You've got flat red squares, seem to be really, really shallow water, but you should be alright, and if you do get stuck, I can always tow you out. It's just that first little bit there is a little bit deep, and then once you get through that first little bit, it's fine. It's just because the angle you go in at, gives you a high water warning. But once you're in, you square up pretty quickly.
Yeah. You want me to pass you up, or?
No, I was just waiting to see if you needed any help.
Oh, okay.
I'll start moving again. Let me just check the map. Yeah, you'll need to kind of just head on in a straight line to get to your watch point. I'm going to be turning off here in just a second to get to the lumber mill. Or, the log station. Yeah, lumber mill. No, log station. Log station then to take to the lumber mill. See if I can knock some of these trees down for you. There we go. So I'm going to peel off here.
Okay.
But I think if you carry on straight ahead, I think you should be able to find your way to the watchtower that way. If not, you can always double back and then come down here and then make your way around to the other side of the trees that way.
Yeah, should be fine.
Just one word of warning is that it does get a little bit deep just here, just before you get out of the water.
Yeah,
see, this is a slightly bigger truck than you, but I do actually go slightly underwater. So your truck's a little bit lower down, isn't it? So you might run the risk of taking on either a little bit of damage or stalling out.
I think I should have followed you for at least a while. Yeah.
Well, I'm here. I'm at the log point, or the turn off at the log point. So
Going straight there kind of put me in a weird direction.
oops, just knocked over someone's washing post.
Picking up a little bit of damage coming out of the water there, but nothing crazy.
Right, so one thing I have noticed is you need to have a straight trailer when you want to load your logs.
Yeah.
There we go, so I got my first load. Oh, park brakes on. I keep forgetting it always automatically turns the parking brake on.
I don't know where I was going initially. Alright, back on target here. Okay. I got that watch point.
Yes, I just saw that pop up. It's getting quite dark now, so let's keep the lights on.
I'm trying to find the best way to get back down.
Let's see, where are you?
Well, I just
Okay.
need for us to get, to head towards the lumber mill.
Yeah, it's kind of, you want to head down towards that next watch point, and this is mostly open ground below us. So I'm going to come up to where you are, if you want to hold station for a second. So I can sort of...
And then we need to just kind of circle around into that grass area.
Yeah, there is a risk that we could get stuck in the mud, because it's quite soft ground there. So... low gears and careful movements are definitely going to be required in some parts around there. I'm going to bring in this load of logs. And I can actually make a little bit of a shortcut. Just here. too steep. I think I turned a little bit too early. So hard to see at night. You know, it just changes your perspective of the map completely. Go to a crawler gear. There we go. That's still not going to happen, is it? Ah, nuts. I think I might have just got myself in a really bad spot.
You mean to head back that way?
Yeah, I might need you to come give me a little bit of a tow, because I can't really see where I'm going. I'm going to try and winch myself out of it. I might be alright with the winch. This small tree in the way. Alright, send you a winch request.
Should be hooked up.
I'm also going to put myself into a low gear. Ah, there we go. It's just caught on that tree. Not stopping me getting any movement. There we go. Fantastic, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't have tried to take that shortcut in the dark. I ended up turning way earlier than I meant to.
Yeah, the nighttime definitely brings a different dynamic into it.
Oh,
Sure.
yes, doesn't it just? I actually got a load of undergrowth stuck in my wheel arch. That's cool. Right, where are we? Alright, we need to turn here. You've gone too far. Just here, look.
Okay. Yeah, I see it on the map.
And there's an actual kind of reasonably solid path here along the edge for a little while, which will serve us quite nicely. Just waiting on you. See the path coming off to your left.
Yep, I'm on it here.
I see you. Alright, I think this might be a decent place to turn off. Ooh, ground is soft, be careful. I'm leaving quite deep ruts already. my vehicle is constantly trying to change out gear, so I'm just going to leave it in first. Keeps going up to second or third and then dropping straight back down to first again. So just stick in first. I'm sinking about halfway down with my wheels at the moment. And my back wheels are almost completely in the mud. There we go. It's firmed up again a little bit. You get little patches along here where you get firm ground and then it goes to very soft ground and then firms up a bit more. But if you're not careful, it can catch you out and you can end up wedged. And it's a real struggle to get out of here. So I think the waypoint is going to be just off to your right, sort of diagonally ahead on your right. I'm going to sort of keep plodding along in this direction so I can make my way to the lumber mill from here. I think you'll probably come up with some... You've got a bit of a forest coming up and it's just the other side of those trees, I think, but you need to go around the right of them, if memory serves me right, from when I explored in single player.
Yeah, I got it. I can see it here.
Beautiful. There we go.
Not that there's a lot of extra room on screen, but this game could be well served with a mini-map.
Well, Focus Home Interactive have said that they are going to continue to support the game. I mean, one of the questions I saw on the Steam thread for the game before it was released, a lot of people were concerned that the game would be abandoned. Is that what happened with the original version on PC? Did it just kind of get abandoned?
Yeah, for a while. I think there were some issues with the creator and developer, and there were some game crashes and stuff like that that just weren't being fixed at all. But I think that was possibly before Focus was involved.
Yeah, someone asked, is this game going to, would this game be abandoned like it was on PC? And they said no, that we firmly believe in the project. We will continue to support it, with improvements and fixes from day one. So that's good to hear. That's reassuring. So hopefully, if there are any little bugs or issues that pop up, then they'll get addressed reasonably quickly. Right. Just look and see where's my turn point.
I think we might have to go up.
It's all the way down the bottom of these trees, I think.
Yeah.
And then through that little water. I mean, you could probably find a route through the trees, but I wouldn't want to try it in the dark.
Right.
Not really being able to see where I'm going.
A full load of logs makes that a little bit more difficult as well.
Yeah. Is this my route here? This is a route. Yeah, I can go this way.